Hello guys, today's video is gonna be about a gaming desk around 100 Canadian dollars. Let's start with the unboxing of the product that I received. The package was nicely packed. It had good borderlines. I was trying to figure out a way how to open it up. Then I found out that the box has to be dismantled properly before getting all of the stuff out. I used my hands, not a knife or a sharp object because I feared damaging the product. Everything was packed nicely and properly. There was good thermocol stacking inside, which was good for the product safety. I checked everything before starting to build up the table. The table came up with the screws and tools to build it up. I read the manual very carefully and it was pretty easy to understand what and how to do it. Before using any of the products, I checked them out thoroughly for any scratches or bends. Everything was pretty fine and nice when I found it out. Just make sure you read the manual very carefully because it explains to you how you have to place the objects and how to screw them. Mostly I try to not screw them tightly before getting everything in place. It is very important not to screw it very tightly before placing everything together. When everything is placed together, then only close the screws tightly. Also, don't try to close the screws too tightly because it might damage the product. Just keep it steady enough. The stands came with instructions of left and right, so you knew which parts have to go together. So left one had marking of left and right one had marking of right. It was pretty easy, just set up the stands first, screw them around. It was not that hard. So I'm gonna get the tabletop out right now. I'm gonna place it on the thermocol so I don't damage the floor or the table itself. Gonna look for marks or scratches. Everything was pretty clean and good. I didn't find any defects over there. Gonna place it very nice and smooth. Gonna see if I'm doing the right thing with the manuals. So to keep this thing as realistic as possible, I only use the screws and tools available with the package itself. I didn't use any professional tools for myself, so you guys could know the idea of how to do it. And I can give you a good review of how the tools were actually performing. It wasn't that difficult, the tools were good. Everything came up in good condition. The tabletop has a designing of carbon fiber on it, which looks and feels very good. Although it might leave some smudges around and fingerprints, but it's very easy to clean, so I don't have a problem with that. Basically, it's the same thing from both sides. It's very easy. This might be a complicated part for you guys if you did screw the screws very tightly, because this actually needs some space in between to get inside. I was kind of confused for a minute to how to get it inside, but I twisted my way into it. Once it goes in line, you notice that why it's necessary not to screw those screws tightly beforehand. This is just one of them. There are two of these. I would recommend like going through the stages of the manual very properly because it really have some useful information you're gonna need. These supports make sure that the table is very sturdy and doesn't keep on moving a lot. Also, while screwing the stuff into the tabletop, make sure not to screw them too tightly because it is made of wood, and if you try to screw things too tightly, the wood is gonna have some cracks. I did hear some cracks while I was trying to screw it because I was doing it a little too tight. So make sure that you don't screw those screws very tightly, just so that you don't get any damage to the tabletop. Also be careful while putting up the support rods and screwing them up, because if you screw them too tightly, you might see a few bends on the stands. So I would recommend not to tighten anything too tightly beyond what is required. Just keep it tight enough so that everything is sturdy. So as you can see, I'm tightening the screws right now. I didn't do it before. Although it is a very simple process, but assembling the table actually takes some time, so I might suggest you take around 1 or 1.5 hours. Also, I would not recommend using any drills or any power up tools while doing this thing, because it is very delicate procedure. So at the last, I'm putting up the table stand, or you can say the table cards. You can adjust the screwness of these cards to make the table even more height. You can increase the height by doing so, but I like to keep it a little low. Optimally, I found it that it was of perfect height with my chair. Just making sure that all the screws are very tight right now. The table didn't have too much weight on it. I liked how it weighted. It was easy to pick it up and move it around. Just cleaned up the rest of the stuff. Also, I had to screw in the cup holder, the headset holder. I'm gonna clean up the mess right now. So this is the moment you all have been waiting for. This is the final product that it seems like. You can see while building it up, it had some smudges on it. I'm gonna show you how easy it is to smudge on it. See, when I put my hand on it, it creates some smudges, but it's very easy to clean. Not a big problem. So guys, the final question is it really worth it? Is this product worth a gaming desk around $100? I'd say it pretty is. I did find it very nice. It wasn't too small, it wasn't too large. It's a perfect size, it's a perfect fit. So I'd say like if you want to go for a gaming table like this, go for it. I searched around Amazon for more products like this, but this is the best one that I found. Also in the offline market, I think this is the best price for the product that I have right now. If you guys have something else, suggest me in the comments below. Thank you.